The Justice Department is considering possible federal hate crime charges in the shooting death of an unarmed black jogger. Video shows how a Georgia father and son chased down and shot Ahmaud Arbery as he ran through their neighborhood. Now they're charged with murder. CBN national security correspondent Eric Phillips has more.
Ahmaud Arbery's autopsy report reveals he was shot 3 times, twice in the chest, once in the wrist. It also indicates he didn't have any drugs or alcohol in his system at the time. Now, Georgia does not have a hate crime statute, but that does not mean this could not fall under federal guidelines. The Department of Justice will also be looking into how local authorities handled this case from the beginning, mainly why arrests just took place last week, even though the shooting happened back in February. This video released to the public last Tuesday thrust the shooting death of 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery into the national consciousness and jump-started the legal system to action. Within hours of the video's release, which was more than 2 months after the shooting, the Georgia Bureau of Investigations was put on the case. A day and a half later, investigators arrested 64-year-old Gregory McMichael and his 34-year-old son Travis, charging them with aggravated assault and murder.
I can tell you that if we didn't believe it, we wouldn't have arrested him. If we believe it, then we're going to put the bracelets on him, and that's exactly what we did.
Investigators say the father and son thought Arbery looked like a burglary suspect, recently seen on surveillance. This image shows Arbery looking at a home under construction in the neighborhood. Then there was a 911 call.
And you said someone's breaking into it right now?
No, it's all open. It's under construction. And he's running right now. There he goes right now.
Okay, what is he doing?
He's running down the street.
Arbery's mother says her son often jogged for exercise.
I'm very, very sorry for your loss. I don't know what else to say.
William Bryan shot the infamous cell phone video.
I am not feeling safe at all. I haven't felt safe in at least 3 to 5 days now.
Protests have erupted across the country calling for justice. Justin Giboney heads the AND campaign, a Christian organization that focuses on social justice.
That video has shaken the nation as it should have. And I truly believe that Christians should be on the front lines when it comes to making sure that justice is served. Because this is one instance, but this is kind of symptomatic of something bigger that's in our society.
Support for Arbery's family has come in many forms, including the hashtag #IRunWithMaud. Christian music artist Torrin Wells posted about the case on social media and says he was criticized and lost some followers because of it.
If that's the price I have to pay for speaking up for someone who died so that their family can receive some sense of justice, farewell. May the Lord bless you and keep you. I pray a number 6 blessing on your life.
The elder McMichael, a former law enforcement officer, says he and his son tried to stop Arbery because of several recent break-ins in the neighborhood. However, local authorities say they only investigated one recent break-in involving an unlocked vehicle, and that happened a month before this incident. Many continue to cry for justice, some jogging 2.23 miles to reflect February 23rd, the day Arbery was killed. Eric Phillips, CBN News.
And Gordon, this case still stoking a lot of raw emotions and gaining national attention.
Well, it should gain national attention. What we're dealing with is they went out hunting. You look at this, you look at the video, you look at the circumstances here. They went hunting, and you can talk all you want about citizens' arrest and. You know, he was in a construction site looking around. Well, who hasn't tried to look at a construction site? He didn't take anything. He wasn't a burglar, he was a jogger. And to try to say, well, we're justified because we're trying to make a citizen's arrest. No, you're not. There are not a rash of burglaries in your town, in your neighborhood. The police have no record of that. So what in the world are you doing? And why are you going out with shotgun and a handgun in order to stop a jogger? It just doesn't make any sense. And there should be outrage over this, and there should be justice at the end. But we all have to start looking at why do we live in a nation where you have this kind of environment where a young African-American male can't go jogging through a neighborhood. Why do we have that kind of culture? What is it in us that is leading to this kind of behavior? There's no excuse for vigilante justice. There's no excuse for what happened.